Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who rule and teach well. Shalom to the Akim and the highways and byways, pushing his truth, being diligent and sincere. Um, Also, the brothers online, social media, and shalom to the hopeful elect. I just wanted to run through the book of Sirach, chapter 2. Um, Otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus. And if you didn't know, this is in the Apocrypha, which Apocrypha means hidden books, which was taken out of the original King James 1611 scriptures, and it shows us what we went through in our Greek captivity and numerous other books that these heathen removed for various reasons because they couldn't teach in the church and couldn't run the doctrine of Christianity. So yeah, I just wanted to get that real quickly. I want to get straight into it. So yeah, if you haven't purchased or got that book, try purchase that book. You can get on Amazon or probably your local bookshop and get the King James 1611 Apocrypha, which is the books that were removed from these holy scriptures. So I want to get the book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and starting from the top. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahawah, prepare thy soul for temptation." So, when you find out, it's all good finding out this truth, understanding that you are an Israelite, that you're one of the tribes, that you fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28. It's good to know where you came from, to understand where you be going, and understand that you need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. But, once you understand all of this, that is not it, because there's principalities that are unseen out here. There's spirits that can jump on people, and these deceiving spirits, which is the devil, which devil means to deceive, deceiver. So you now knowing the truth and trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Power, Yahawah, these spirits will try and come and even attack you, and try to jump on you to turn you off once again from following the law, statutes, and commandments. And it happens more to the men that are trying to serve Yahawah than the people are actually dwelling in sin, because Satan and these deceiving spirits and the devil understands that you are not even aware of your heavenly Father Yahawah, but the ones that actually are trying to follow, these spirits are going to try and take you off of doing doing the righteous path, the narrow path, like Matthew 7:13 and 14, and then take you off track to go into that broad way where everyone else is dwelling in sin. So it's all good knowing you're an Israelite, but these temptations are going to get harder as you come into this truth, and you will be tested. So it says, "My son, if thou come to serve Yahawah, prepare thy soul for temptation." So they say, how would you prepare your soul? Only way to really prepare your soul is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and to hearken on to everything that Yahawah says. Because if you read, it's about having wisdom. To get away from temptation, you're going to need to be wise in certain situations. And like it says, because I might as well just get it, which everyone knows, go to Proverbs 1 and 7, and it says, "The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." So, you're going to be a fool and fall into this into sin if you're not being wise. And to be wise and have understanding and knowledge is to fear Yahawah. So that's the first step. Understanding you're Israelites, cool, but do you really fear Yahawah? And that also comes with faith. It says, "Set thy heart aright." So set thy heart aright. So by heart it means mind. So set your mind right. You hear our brothers and sisters saying that all the time, man. Get your mind right, or I need to get my mind right. Your head's not straight. So we need to set thy heart aright, get your mind right, and constantly endure. So So it says, you know, this is not a week thing, like you do this in a week and then you on 1 week, off another week. This is a continual thing. It's not like at the end of the month, right, I can go out and sin now. It says, and continually endure. Set thy heart aright and continually endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So we need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments continually, and then continually endure. You know, because it's a battle every day. You know, you gotta, like it says, you're gonna be tempted. So we need to endure. It says, "In he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved." And you hear a lot of people coming out of those church houses saying they're already saved. You know, what really are they saved from? Because, you know, our people are still getting killed in the street. We're still eating defiled food, drinking defiled drink, you know, doing all types of abomination. Our people on drugs on the streets, you know. So we have no way, shape, or form been saved. So, you know, that's bug out. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away. So stay in it. Stay in this truth. Stay following the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep it close to you. You know, continually meditate in the scriptures, which is also, you know, it says, let me read it, it says, cleave unto him. So we got to keep him close to us and stay meditating on this truth and the law, statutes, and commandments, even when you're working for the oppressor. You know, you always need to make time and have time for Yahawah and Yahawah. It says, and depart not away. So we constantly got to stay in a spirit of prophecy and stuff like this. It says, to part not away, that thou mayest be increased in the last end. And this is why, if we stay in the same book of Sirach 39:1, it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law. So we need to give our mind to the law, you know, hold it close to us. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of Yahawah and Yahawah and is occupied in the meditation thereof. So continually staying in the right spirit and you know, the meditation will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, you know, the prophets, man, Jeremiah, Isaiah, so on and so forth, and be occupied in prophecy, man. So we need to be occupied in these scriptures, because this is a prophetic book, you know, which tells you stuff that's going to happen ahead of time. You know, so that's what we need to do. And also, we need to stay more or less fervent, because this is what the Most High wants. He doesn't want us to be half in, half out. Revelations 3 and I'll start at 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. And that's the same thing I was saying, you know, people think they're saved, you know, when we're not. You know, you're being blind, and we've got to stay close to him, you know, hold him close to keep Yahawah in our mind, and not be double-minded, and stay hot and fervent in the spirit, which is following the law, statutes, and commandments. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed from a lower state. So it says, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So you might have had a bad day. You still got to send out praises to Yahawah and Yahawah, man. You might have lost a family member. You know, you might be going for a real hard time. But it doesn't mean, you know, because a lot of people, you know, they might lose someone and say, oh, what did God ever do? You know, why did God, you know, everything's for a righteous reason, you know. And that's why we just got to, through no matter what, have faith and give all praises to Yahawah and Yahawah, no matter what comes upon you, you know. And just know that if we carry on enduring to the end, then we're going to have these promises that were promised to us. And, you know, we're going to live in peace, and there'll be no more tears, no more pain, like the book of Revelation says. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient. So we need to be patient. A lot of our brothers and sisters, lack patience. They want it all now. They look at other brothers and sisters, and they look at these other nations and see what they got, and they break their arm and they go. They might lose family over just trying to get these riches. When the true riches are in the kingdom, the true riches are in Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. This is where the riches are. It says, "For gold is tried in a fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." So we're being tried. This is why you're gonna have ups and downs, but the main thing is to stay in the. He wants to see who's gonna flake, and who's gonna stay awake. Basically, who's gonna follow these laws and endure it to the end. That's why it says, "For gold is tried in the fire." It's just like gold, when you put it in that furnace, it gets rid of all the impurities, and that's what you see with the men of the Lord. Man, we're gonna get knocked down and get back up, and it makes us prepare ourselves for the new covenant, which is going to be not being able to go off, not being able to sin, and this is preparing us for that day. It says, "Believe in him." We have to have faith, man. It says, "Believe in him." Knowing you're Israelite, okay, but we need to put still first, man. How by Shem Shai, man. It says, "Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him." So stop putting your trust in man. Stop putting your trust in man and trust in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, man, with all their heart, with all your heart. It says, "Ye that fear Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall." So we can't be going aside. You can't say, "I've been serving the Lord for 5, 6 years, 10 years. He's not done nothing for me," because he actually has kept you alive. Number one, and you need to, if giving all praises to Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, you need to understand that everything that he's done for you, you being able to eat, being able to drink, is all through the Heavenly Father, man. So we need to give thanks for that. And we wait for his mercy, man, because that's what we need, mercy. We should be sending up prayers daily, more than once a day, asking for mercy. It says, "Go not aside." Don't start picking up these other philosophies, man, because spirits will jump on other people. You might have a friend in the world, who's not grasping the truth, or not wanting to accept the truth. And a spirit might come up on them, a deceiving spirit, where they tell you something's all right to do, or just do it this once, to try and turn you aside. But we need to stay grounded in this truth. Wait for his mercy, go not aside, man. Don't let no one go aside, man, because spirits will jump on you and tell you to do this and that comes with wisdom, understanding when it's happening, and depart from it, and rebuke that wicked energy. It says, "Ye that fear Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, believe him, and your reward shall not fail." So we just need to have that faith again, man, and know that after all this work, there's actually going to be a reward for us. He that endure, it doesn't come overnight when you want it to come. It takes endurance. If you're a long distance runner or a marathon runner, the finish line's not right in front of you, man. You got to endure a lot of work to reach that line. So that's what we got to do to get the reward. It says, "Ye that fear Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, hope for good." So we're hoping, ASAP that these prophecies come to pass, man, and this place gets destroyed. And then we hope for the kingdom, man, which is good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. And this is going to be an everlasting kingdom, and that's the time we're going to be able to rejoice. It says, "Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" And they're all rhetorical questions, basically. So, if we're following the law, statutes, and commandments, we're fearing Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, a reward is coming our way, and don't have a doubt on you, because that's also a deceiving energy, a spirit of doubt, where you feel you're not worthy for these blessings and stuff. That's a spirit coming on, brothers and sisters, and then to make you fall out because you think you're not worthy, and then you go back out into the world thinking, "I'm not going to make it anyway." That's not the way you need to be. You need to rebuke that doubt in spirit and stay in the right spirit, man. Because the law is spiritual. So if you're following the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be thinking spiritual anyway. And it says, I'll get it. I'll get it. This is Galatians 5:16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Because we're not dealing with the carnal things, and this worldly, fleshly things. We looking for something. It's spiritual, like the law is. So we need to stay walking in the spirit, staying in the meditation of Yahawah's word, so we're able to get that reward at the end, however long that may be, and we just endure, because only Yahawah knows that time. This I say then, walk in the spirit. So we got to stay in that spirit, man, no matter what. And you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. We're not going to be lusting over these women, lusting over this pork and crab, lobster, so on and so forth, prawns, all these abominable foods, because we're going to stay in the spirit of Yahawah and we're going to endure. Because you're not the only brother that's going through a hard time. The other brothers that are serving the Lord, they're going through the same, man. It may not be spoken on every day, but I can assure you that brothers are still going through pain, because we in Esau's kingdom, man. So you're gonna go through pain unless you're happy dwelling in sin. As soon as you stop dwelling in sin, like I read in the top verse, man, we're gonna be tempted, but we need to stay strong. It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to another, so that you cannot do the things that ye would." And that's why we need to stay in the spirit, man, and not let the flesh overtake, because the flesh is very, very weak. The flesh is very weak, subject to sin. And we don't want to be dwelling in sin. And this is why we constantly need to meditate in the scriptures, because then these spirits are going to see how weak your spirit is. This is why we need to get our spirit stronger. They'll see how weak your spirit is and attack you, so you can do these fleshly things and go off, man. Which leads to death, because the wages of sin is death, and I'll get that. Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death. So we're thinking in the flesh, we're thinking carnal, we're thinking in just everything we can see, being carnal minded. It says, for the carnal minded is death, but the spiritually minded, staying in the spirit, not fulfilling the lust of the flesh, is life and peace. And who doesn't want peace and life? Life and peace. Because I sure do. That's all I want, man, is some peace, man. Because I ain't in peace right now. And I know a lot of brothers and sisters. Like I said, I know I'm not alone on that. We all want peace. Where was I? Back to verse 11 of Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. It says, "For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction." So we continue to endure when this, because Jacob's trouble is more or less here, but not like, it's going to build up. Matthew 24, this is the beginning of sorrow, so it's going to get worse. And in that time of affliction, when it does get worse, when there's hunger starts striking and that, we got to have faith that Yahawashi is going to save us in the time of affliction. It says, "Woe be to fearful hearts," because the Most High don't put the spirit of fear on you of this world, man. We should only be fearing Yahawashi and trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So like it says, "Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways." And we read that in Revelations 3:16, where we can't be lukewarm or cold. We need to stay fervent in spirit and stay hot. So we can't be going two ways. It says a double-minded man is unstable in all ways. So we don't want to be unstable. Like I said, we need to be firmly grounded in this truth, man. Not go in with every wind of doctrine, you know. It says, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Man, we want to be defended, man. So we can't be faint right now. We can't flake. You know, we need to stay fearing the Lord, man, and having faith in the unseen, man. More than ever right now, man. Each day we should be getting stronger. You know. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, man. And woe, you know, that means destruction is come to you if you've lost patience, man. Yeah, woe to you that have lost patience. Because we need to stay patient in this truth. Because even the Most High is long suffering. Yeah, I'll drop that. I thought I had a preset for that. But yeah, we need to stay patient. Because the Yahawah has patience on us. So even more so, we need to be patient, you know, and wait for the mercy. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord Yahawah shall visit you? And like it says, it's going to come like a thief in the night. When you say peace and safety, he's going to come with that wrath and destruction, man. So we need to be patient, because when he comes to plead with all flesh, you know, he's not coming to hand out good and bad cards, man. He's coming to slay, you know, a lot of people that have not kept his way, man. He's coming back pissed, you know, he's coming back vexed. So we need to not lose patience in Yahawah, man, and keep enduring, man. Verse 15, it says, they that fear Yahawah will not disobey his word. So, you know, to not disobey his word, man, you know, is to follow everything he says, man. That's why we say put off, Ecclesiasticus 5:1, make no tarry to turn to Yahawah, man, and put not off from day to day. It says, they that love him will keep his ways. If you actually do love Yahawah, like it says, if you love me, keep my commandments, then you will keep his ways. So it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you say in your imagination, in your mind, that you've got a personal relationship with Yahawah. It says, they that love him will keep his ways. If you're not keeping his ways, you haven't got a relationship with Yahawah. That's another deceiving spirit on you, which is making you think so. You know? They that fear the Lord, and that's, it says, if you love me, keep my commands. That's in 1 John 5:3. And it says, they that fear Yahawah will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. What is well pleasing unto Yahawah? Well pleasing to Yahawah is his children, his people, his chosen, to be following the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's why he says he's going to bless us and give us blessings if we follow what he says, and curse us if we disobey what he says. You know, and we see our people going through the curses. You know, we see the curses playing out. We see them played out through history. All you got to do is a little Google search and realize who these curses fit, man. And we continue to be cursed because we follow not Yahawah. It says, which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. And you know, when you eat something, you say, oh, my belly's full. That's what needs to happen with the law, man. You need to be full up. Continually eat this, you know, what does it say? Eat the whole roll. Some's going to be sweet and some's going to be bitter. But we need to take it all down, man. And the sweet and bitter is the balance. And taking this all out, just keep filling yourself up with these scriptures, man. It says, they that fear Yahawah will prepare their hearts, prepare your minds. Like we said in verse 2, get your mind right. Prepare your mind and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of Yahawah. We don't want to fall into the hands of our enemies. We don't want to fall into our hands of the Ishmaelites, the Elamites, the Edomites. You know, we want to fall into the hands of Yahawah, man. Saying we will fall into the hands of Yahawah, and not into the hands of men. And that's why we need to follow Yahawah bahasham yahawashi rather than men. Put our trust in Yahawah bahasham yahawashi rather than men. It says, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. So that, you know, the Lord has mercy, but his mercy, when that time of grace is over, you know, you're not going to be able to repent anymore. So let's get our minds right now. Let's constantly endure. And yeah, cop the Apocrypha. You know, grab the Apocrypha if you haven't got it. I know all the brothers that are out there already know. But if you're kind of fresh, or you know, kind of fresh, and you just got your Bible, you know, get the King James Bible, and get the Apocrypha, which were the books that were taken out of it. So yeah, let's get our minds right, constantly endure, and through that we give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah bahasham yahawashi, rawchaa, qadash, barakatah Yahawah, barakatah yahawashi, shalom.